You can judge me if you want. I will not be offended, but I don't think I have ever, to my recollection, seen an entire episode of Saturday Night Live. I watched all that as a kid, which is kind of like the baby version of Saturday Night Live. But yeah, Saturday Night Live has never been my jam, not at all. But that being said, I just saw Saturday Night. Let's talk about it. Directed by Jason Reitman, this stars everybody. This is a loaded cast, just an interesting collection of some of the most unassuming, nerdy male actors, but so gifted and so talented. I mean, this cast is loaded. Dylan O'Brien, though, he is so fine, even when he's dressed up like Dan Aykroyd. And this is the third time I've seen Willem Dafoe on the big screen, and I know he has another movie coming out at the end of the year, December 25th, Nosferatu. Homie's booked and busy. So this movie is about the hour and a half before the premiere of the first episode of Saturday Night, which is now known as Saturday Night Live. And it kind of takes us on a minute by minute of the happenings of all that it took to bring that show on air. You know, we're past the dress rehearsals, we're getting ready to go live, and they're still trying to figure out what the show's going to look like, how they're going to take this down from 3 hours to an hour and a half, you know, how they're going to please the NBC execs, you know, what the NBC execs actually think of them and the purpose of the show, why the show was created. It's just an interesting question of identity and change and revolution in terms of television. So I think if you are a fan of SNL, you're going to find this a bit nostalgic. And I don't mean, oh yeah, I love to watch, but no, you've been a fan for a very long time. You appreciate the history of it all. So I think you're going to find this a bit nostalgic. SNL's never been my jam. So what I enjoyed of this, number one, it moves super fast. You got to pay attention to, because it's moving. It's constantly moving. There's a lot of steady cam work in here. The editing is superb. And you have so many people on set, so many people in this cast. So the camera is constantly moving, which means your blocking has to be on point. So the choreography in that. And side conversations happening here, people moving in between here, sound is all over the place. And then you have these moments of pause where you have these long, deep conversations, and then it's boom, 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 all over again. But I enjoy movies such as these. And by such as these, I mean movies that are, you know, a behind the scenes peek at the makings of something. So the making of a film or the making of a live television show in this case. So just all that goes into something that looks so easy and just how complicated that beginning is. There's not much else to say here. Gabriel LaBelle is our lead. This centers around Lorne Michaels, who is the creator of SNL. So he's kind of our tour guide in a sense because, again, constantly moving. So he's going from this floor, to this room, to that room, and showing us all the different moving parts and what it takes to kind of bring this show together, from the actors to the crew and the cameras and the lights and, you know, props and costuming to the writer's room. But yeah, that's about it. It moves very fast. There's a lot going on. Great blocking, great cinematography, great acting. It's funny. That was a lot of fun. But you have to pay attention. It moves really fast. And it's a bit nostalgic. Definitely. Even for me, though I've never really watched an episode of Saturday Night Live. I think if you can appreciate television and film in any of its forms, there's something beautiful about the making of it all. Shortest review I've ever done that I can recollect. But yeah, I like that. That was cool.